Today, Sony announced the new Sony Alpha A1 flagship camera. It's $6,500. I will not be buying one anytime soon, nor do I think it's the right camera for me. And here's why. So there's a lot to be excited for with Sony's new flagship camera release, the A1. Now this camera is, in all rights, a phenomenal camera that hits all the check boxes. It's high resolution. It has 4K 120. It shoots 8K. All these things that the newer cameras are doing in a nice compact package like the A1 is. Now, as far as whether or not the camera is right for me, it is not the right camera for me. For that same money, I could have two brand new cameras. I could have the new A7R4 for my high resolution, and I could have a new A7S III for the same price. Now, if you're at all concerned about the price of this camera, it's probably not the camera for you. This camera is priced at $6,500, and that is equivalent to Canon's 1DX Mark III and Nikon's D6, I believe. Those cameras are true professional cameras that are up there at that price tag. And I think what Sony's done is given professionals a really, truly good workhorse camera that has all the bells and whistles of all the cameras combined, and it's going to be a phenomenal seller for them, I think. But for me as a hobbyist, I don't see myself ever buying that camera. The A9s are really nice cameras for photography, but as a hobbyist, again, I don't think I'd ever buy one unless I found the right deal on one. The A9s weren't geared toward video as much as I'd like them to be, so that kind of already puts them out for me there. Now the A1 did solve that. They gave it the picture profiles, they gave it 10-bit recording, 4K 120, all the great things, including 8K. Now, I have no use for 8K. I only have a computer that'll run it. I have no TVs that'll display it. There's no reason for me to buy an 8K camera. Now, what is interesting about 8K video footage is that it gives you the ability to crop in without losing 4K resolution. And that is one thing that would be nice to have in a camera, but not to shoot full 8K resolution. Now, I can do 8K time lapses with my A7R2 here. Being you need 36 megapixels to produce an 8K image. This is 42, so this will get me 8K imaging through time lapse, but not 8K actual video shot. I mean, for what that camera costs, I can buy a new A7S III, get the 4K 120 that I'd really like to have, the 10-bit footage, the better sense, the better low light performance. Now, once this camera goes out to the reviewers and they've actually started doing some tests on it, it'll be interesting to see what they can actually do with low light on it compared to the A7S III, because that's going to be the big question in everybody's mind, I think. But I think there truly are two different animals altogether, and the only way to get that low light performance is to stay with the 12 megapixel that Sony chose to do with the A7S III. The A1, though, 9.44 million dot EVF. This camera is designed to be held to your face, looking through the viewfinder, and shooting photography. That's its camera's true purpose, and it also does video. It'll be a great hybrid shooter's camera. I think there's a lot of guys out there that are going to be excited to get it. I mean, without a doubt, I would love to have one to shoot with and be able to use, but it's not the right camera for me. And I think it'd be a better buy to buy an A7R4 and an A7S III, giving you two cameras that have excellent video capability and two different angles of shooting for the price of that one camera. Well, anyways, just want to give you a quick little rundown of my thoughts on the A1. There's plenty of other videos out there with specs and features in the camera. I just wanted to throw that out there that, you know, for that price as a hobbyist, it's nice to drool over some new camera gear, but I'd much rather have a new A7R4 and a new A7S III than a new A1. If you like this video, hit that like button. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.